having a good evening, night, day, morning, afternoon. I hope you. Oh God, that was not English. I hope you've been enjoying the content so far of 2021. And you know what? Every single day we're working towards a new future. I don't know what it's gonna be, but here we are. Today I wanted to just do something very background content. I think that's my niche. My niche is to look away, do something else, find a hobby. Basically, I have 3 books with me, and I wanted to do kind of a whisper ramble about the content of the books. I'm not reading the books necessarily. I may read a couple paragraphs here and there. They're not like storybooks, they're very much coffee table books. I have this one, which I'm going to start off with, which is called 1001 Movies You Must See Before You Die. I have Lego bricks, which is upside down. It's called Brick Films because Lego is a brand. And I have The Art of Spirited Away. So I just have like little coffee table books that we can read, flick through, and chat about. I wanted to start off with this one, which is just basically. So anyway, the idea behind this is a whisper ramble, but we've added in some kind of page sounds, etc. The way this book is laid out is it has basically movies from 1900 up until the 2010s, I believe. Yeah, so we have 2016 is our most recent year. And just for anyone who's curious, the earliest film in here is 1902, which is called Le Voyage dans la Lune, which is if you have ever looked into film theory, film study, anything, this is quintessential. It is like a stop motion, weird French movie, and it is basically about a French moon, just doing French moon things. I'm gonna read it, hang on. I took the page away, but I'm gonna look back. It is from France. It is 14 minutes and it is silent, black and white. The producer is Georges Miel. Georges Miel, when thinking about it, so actually Le Voyage dans la Lune translates to A Trip to the Moon. It came out in 1902, and it is basically directly reflects a theatrical personality of its director Georges Miel, whose past as a theatre actor and magician influenced the making of the movie. Excuse me. The movie opens with a scientific congress in which a professor of New Frontier, oh god, I'm just going all over the place. Yeah, this is why I didn't really want to read it. Tries to convince his colleagues to take part in a trip to explore the moon. Once his plan is accepted, the expedition is organized. Scientists embark on a spaceship and they go to the moon. They start looking for hostile inhabitants, and that's basically all we need to know about. But if we skip all the way to the most recent movie, 2016, as I said, it is. Excuse me one moment. Moonlight. Moonlight is a 2016 film, and it is by Barry Jenkins. It is 111 minutes long, and it is in color. It is a stunning film adapted from playwright Tarrell Alvin McCraney's In Moonlight, Black Boys Look Blue. That's what it's called. Oh no, the title is called In Moonlight, Black Boys Look Blue, not just Black Boys Look Blue. Captures 3 moments in a life of a single character. Little Chiron is his name. That's the character. It's like basically a story about growing up as a person of color and being gay in kind of a rough neighborhood. It's very good. Recommend it. Mood is everything in Moonlight. The script sparks poetic themes, blah 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 blah. Definitely recommend it. Anyway, I thought I'd just skip through and have a look at a couple. See what ones I know. There is, let's see, we're in 1975 right now, which is the year that Jaws came out. If you do not know, Jaws is a movie about a shark, and it is made by Steven Spielberg. It is, he was also the one who made Jurassic Park, which is the dinosaur movie. Jaws is basically about three guys, and they're just hunting down a shark. And it is a killer shark terrorizing a coast of people. And basically, they just gotta hunt him. They gotta get him gone. This is a lot more difficult to hold. This book is so heavy than I thought it would be. Let's go back a little bit earlier. I want to kind of keep the book in frame as well, but I have to put it down to just... Let's see. Oh, here's one I'm ready to talk about. It's a Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life came out in 1946. It is 130 minutes black and white and directed by Frank Capra, which is a famous director from the early days. Is here, I don't know, here, oh god, just hit the microphone. Here's okay, right? Can we all see? We're all good. By the way, this picture on the front is from Moonlight. Anyway, this is a Christmas movie, or it's usually regarded as a Christmas movie because it takes place in Christmas, but it is about a man named, it's a man named, let me see, George Bailey. He grows up in a town called Bedford Falls, and he grows up, loves his life, has a great time, but an angel is watching down on him. So you kind of start in as the past, looking at George's life, and he ends up being successful as a bank. He loans money to people, but he's an independent bank. And then he loses his money and wants to end his life. I talked about this in my Christmas Ramble. But yeah, it's great. It's a feel-good movie, even though that, doesn't sound like it. But it's a good time. It's a good time. It's a good time. Okay, here's one. Here's one that is incredibly famous. It's called Casablanca. Casablanca is a film by Michael Curtis. It is 102 minutes and it is black and white. It came out in 1942. It is starring Humphrey Bogart, Ingrid Bergman, and Paul Henreid. Very, very famous. It's basically refugees go to a place in Spain called Casablanca, where they're all rich, white, and have American accents. It's set in a bar called Roy's, I think. Roy's, I believe, or Rick's, not Roy's. Yeah, Rick's. And it's about a love between Henry Bogart, which is the man, and Ingrid Bergman, which is the woman. And I think she has a French accent. I don't remember. But, it is... I don't like this movie. I've watched it 3 times. I watched it the first time, and I didn't like it. I watched it the second time because I said, listen, I'm going to give it a chance. And I really, really, really hated it again. And then I watched it a third time because over there I have a poster, which is a scratch-off movie poster, and I bought it with a couple of friends. We all got one, and we had had like a who can get there first, which we didn't end up doing. I've watched like 18 movies off of it, but our like kind of what is it? Our only rule was you have to watch them all again. So a lot of them I've seen, or a lot of them the other people have seen, but we're gonna watch them all again. So Casablanca was one of the ones I had to watch again, and I wanted to get it out of the way, so I said, listen, I'm just gonna watch it. And I didn't like it a third time. It's just, there's nothing in it for me. It's not it at all. But there are a couple of older movies that are it for me. For example, I'm gonna find one. You know what, I'm just gonna talk about it. It's called Metropolis. It's from 1927, I believe, by Fritz Lang. Oh god, I could be wrong. But yeah, it is like a silent movie, which puts a lot of people off. It's about an hour and a half, I think, and it is it's about like a future where the city is being run by this one guy who I don't remember any of the names of, and his son is like living this paradise life. He is the it boy, you know, just Paris Hilton of his time, if you will. And he then has to, I think he ends up going down to where the workers are, because everyone above the city is having a great time. Everything's running like clockwork. But what you don't know is underneath there are basically slave workers, and they are just brain dead, working away to keep the city as it is. And the son ends up down there. I don't know, I think he does something wrong and gets banished down there. I don't really remember, but anyway, he's down there, and he is having a bad time because he sees, oh, this is what my father is doing. This is not great at all. The city shouldn't be running like this. So he sees one of the workers falling asleep because he's so sleep deprived, but this worker's doing an important job, and then the son is really, really trying to help everything get back to normal. He's trying to fix stuff, but it ends up breaking down because people just aren't able to work like that. And I don't really remember the exact series of events, but this son ends up helping the people live below the city to be free, and it's great. So if you're looking for a silent film to watch, I don't know why you would be. That's one I would recommend. Anyway, I'm going to get off movies. Thank you, 1001 Movie Book. I'm going to just switch over to a different movie book called Brick Films. Again, I said this is a book where they basically have recreated some posters or little scenes from Lego, or from movies out of Lego. Also, something I'm like thinking about doing is I'd love to like build a little Lego set. So if you guys would like that as well, do let me know. Speaking of Casablanca, you might not be able to see it. Anyway, that is it. The scene there at the end where she says, kiss me, or something like that. Garbage. Anyway, oops. It's recreated in Lego there. And let me find a better movie. Let me see. We have a lot of really famous movies. Here we go. Here's the Titanic. As we can see, Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio. She's got her arms out, which Lego don't do that. Yeah, this is a James Cameron movie. We all know the Titanic. Probably most of us have seen it. Honestly, it's not that memorable. It's fine. It's okay. I like this one. This one's funny because I don't think I've ever seen a Lego person in a bikini before. But that's Dr. No. I think that's a James Bond movie. Yeah. I'll show you again. There she is. That is one of the Bond So that's great. Never seen a bikinied Lego before. We have Jurassic Park. I'm trying to look for an interesting kind of one. Actually, the cool thing about this, but it's so odd, is so this is from The Life of Pi, which I've never seen, but it is. There's like a boat and a tiger, and they tell you how to make the boat that they made from this page, which I think is kind of cool. But anyway, The Matrix, Back to the Future, The Italian Job, Lara Croft. Funny. I'm a huge fan of Lara Croft. I think she's a great character. I very much thought I came up with it. I like remember having this idea when I was really young and thinking, wouldn't it be so cool to have like a female action hero who's like climbing stuff and like using her bow and arrow, and I like that's already a thing, so I really thought that I came up with it though. But I guess not. Unfortunately, I did not come up with that. I would have been really rich if I did. Singing in the Rain, a movie I had not seen for way too long. That's Singing in the Rain, the classic where he's, it's raining and he's just holding on to that lamppost. There's like so many. This is just such a cute little book. Let me see. I want to find just a good one to end on before we get into the Spirited Away. Planet of the Apes, Psycho. This is Psycho. She's in the shower right now, screaming. If you've never seen Psycho, you definitely know that, like, that kind of scene. That's that recreated in Lego. Okay, our final book is this, and now this book is huge. It's very big, so I'm gonna have a really hard time trying to show you stuff. But this is the art book from Spirited Away. If you don't know what Spirited Away is, it is a I don't know if I would call it anime. It's an animated film, but I'm not sure if it classifies as anime. Anyway, it's very Studio Ghibli is what it's called. That's the company who makes it, and they seem to be like the Pixar of Japan. I have watched Studio Ghibli's movies. I have only watched Spirited Away and Totoro, My Neighbor Totoro, and that's about the extent of anime I've gotten into. If that even counts. I don't know if it does. But anyway, I thought I could, just because this movie is beautiful, just go through a little bit. Let me try to find like a... So, if you don't know, wait. There. We have the spa. If you're not sure of the story, it is pretty much a child is moving with it. I'm going to just close that and explain the story really quick. But a child is moving with her parents to a different town, and they end up going, I think, a wrong route, getting to a tunnel, walking through the tunnel, and getting on a boat to a little town full of little people, and the parents start eating, and she gets worried because they're just eating a lot. They're like, keep eating, and then they turn into pigs, which is scary. And then she sees a building at the top of the hill, and she goes to it to try to get help. And she's guided by someone called Haku, I think. I know they have the script is at the very end. Yes, Haku. Haku is his name. And he guides her and brings her to She ends up working for the spa, and yeah, it is a very, very cute little movie. And I'm just gonna show a couple bits of art before I finish. Honestly, I thought it would be a lot more to this, but here we are. This is Haku as a dragon. As you can see, he's a total dragon right now. And these train tracks right here, I'm not sure if you can see those either. They basically go to the, there's a train that just goes through the water every day, which I think the most like famous shot from Spirited Away is of the two main characters. I think, yeah, so one of them is this. I'm sorry, the sound of this book is awful. Is there, so it's the train pulling up and it's just reflected in the water. And then another one, which it's very small and hard to see, but it is the two characters, No Face and the girl who I can't remember the name of, are just sitting on the train. Let me see. Do we have a name? Oh, Chihiro. I think Chihiro is her name. It's weird, it's great, it's wonderful. Recommend it if you're looking for a little cute movie to watch. It is in Japanese, but there is so many places you can watch it dubbed. I didn't have any problems watching it in Japanese, but then again, if you're having any trouble reading subtitles, the dub is there for you. Definitely very weird though. Be prepared to be in a weird place. But yeah, those are just the 3 books I wanted to have like a little book ramble, and there it is. I hope you enjoyed. I don't really know what this video is, and if you did enjoy it, I'm glad, because I'm not sure I